Let's quickly take you across to Hong Kong, where protests are taking place. These are the live visuals which are coming in from Hong Kong. The protest is being called the 22nd, it's in the 22nd week of protests. Remember, Hong Kong has been battling for long, and China's leaders are also now signaling that they are preparing to change how they deal with Hong Kong following months of pro-democracy protests. Remember, these protests lie low during the weeks, but it is on weekends that they come out in full force. Now, initially these protests were demonstrations against proposals to allow extradition to mainland China. These proposals have now been dropped, but the protests have widened to include 4 more demands, including the implementation of complete universal suffrage, which is the right of almost all adults to vote in the elections. Remember, China is insistent on maintaining the system of 2 governments. Now, these proposals that have been doing the rounds for quite some time now have been dropped, but the protests have become even more vehement in the past few days. As you can see, the protesters have again gathered. There's riot police already stationed. It was just in the past few weeks that we witnessed some very violent protests in Hong Kong. Some even were severely injured. These protests are showing no signs of abating. It's 154 days of protests and counting. These protests began in the month of June. This is the 22nd week that these protests have now entered, showing no signs of slowing down.